Hey everyone, it is Sarah, your local guide on the best things to do, eat, and see in New York City. It's not news that COVID-19 cases are rising throughout the US. So in this holiday guide, I'm taking a different approach to New York. I'm going to share awesome things that are COVID safe that I personally love doing. I will also share things that will be closed because of the pandemic for the first time ever. This guide is not to encourage traveling during a pandemic. It is simply to help you find holiday joy in a safe way during this hard time we are all going through. But before we get started, if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit subscribe if you want to be notified of awesome things to do in New York. I have over 60 videos on things to do in New York, from the best things, the worst things, what not to do, tourist traps, all different types of stuff. So if you're into that type of content, give me a subscribe, and if you're one of my 110,000 subscribers, give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to celebrate the holiday season the best way you can. All right, let's get into the video. Luminosity Festival is a month-long holiday event with an exhibition of spectacular light displays and a celebration of culture. The inspiration behind Luminosity Festival is to celebrate the holidays and bring light to New York City. It runs from November 27th to January 10th, 2021. Last year I went, and there's so many interesting things to see. They have lit up sparkling arches, they have carriages, there were castles, there were inflatables, all of these different holiday light displays in a massive park. And this year they will be doing all of the safety requirements for COVID, social distancing, timed entry. I do recommend getting your tickets to this event in advance because it does sell out quickly. Now luckily, because I love you guys, you can use code FUNKY15, save 15% on those tickets, and get them now, because I'm telling you, like last year, you couldn't even get a ticket. It's great for kids also if you have kids, and they normally have little places to get food and stuff like that as well, like little hot chocolates and stuff like that, which is really lovely, especially when you're walking around the area. To get 15% off tickets, use code FUNKY15. Have fun! I'm here at the wonderful Bryant Park Winter Village. This is a holiday staple. They do it every single year. And this is the only ice skating rink in New York that is completely free. However, if you do not have your own skates, it costs anywhere from $21 to $36 this year. The price increases the closer you get to Christmas, and pretty much the entire month of December, it's $36. I'm filming this video in the beginning of November, and during weekdays it is $21. You can look at the link below to figure out what the price of renting skates each day is, because it changes. When you do this year, the biggest difference is you need to reserve your ice time in advance. You can do this on their website. I highly recommend it. It's really fun. It's the only free ice skating rink in the city. They play holiday music, and you can go right over here to their lodge to have a cozy cup of hot chocolate or some delicious festive holiday treats. The only difference from last year is the experience is completely outdoors. So there's tables set up all around the rink. Some of the tables have heaters, some do not. Either way, you should dress warmly because winter in New York is very cold. I have an entire guide to dressing in New York during the winter season that will help you plan what to wear. What I'm wearing right now is perfect for winter in New York. A very thick coat, a warm hat, gloves. This is what you're gonna need. If you are ice skating, you're gonna need to check your belongings, like your bag, and they do charge for renting locks. They don't charge for renting lockers. So if you have a lock, bring that, because otherwise you have to pay for a lock, and it's like 12 bucks or something last year, and it's just way overpriced for how much a lock should cost. So if you have a lock, bring it, and you can just use that on the locker. The holiday market is European inspired, open air, and hosts artisans from New York City and around the world. It is located in Bryant Park's alleys, plazas, and terraces, and all of the shops are custom designed kiosks. This year, there are a smaller number of kiosks to allow for more space in the walkways, and there's hand washing stations available throughout the park. So there's a lot of different food options. I just went to the ramen place because, you know, it's really cold out. I wanted to get nice and cozy. This ramen is steaming. Do you see this? It's so nice for the winter season. Very good. This year they will be doing the Rockefeller Christmas tree. We've been doing this since 1931. It actually started during the Great Depression, so it's very symbolic that we're still continuing it all the way through 2020 despite the challenges that this year has posed. You can check it out. It is free, which is great. There's a few activities that you can do around the area too. They have the ice skating rink, which normally I don't recommend, but this year I think it's going to be pretty cool because one of the problems in past years is it's very, very crowded. But this year they're limiting people, there's less people, so you will get to ice skate under the Christmas tree, under the golden statue in Rockefeller Center. It will be so beautiful with Christmas carols. This one does cost money. So the Bryant Park ice skating rink is free if you have your own skates. However, with Rockefeller Center, you have to pay to ice skate and you have to pay for skates. The price increases the closer you get to Christmas, so just keep that in mind. All of that information will be right on their website. Another cool thing about the Rockefeller Christmas tree is that if you have a Norway spruce, you can actually submit your tree to be the Rockefeller Christmas tree. Isn't that amazing? So you can do that for 2021. All it needs to be is 75 feet tall, and then you can submit it. Pretty sweet, right? The tree is located in Rockefeller Plaza on 49th and 50th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue. And the ice skating rink this year will be open from November 23rd to January 17th from 8:30 in the morning until midnight. This year we have the exciting Miracle Pop-Up. I went to this last year and had a blast. They are a pop-up that is all Christmas themed. You can get the most festive holiday cocktails. Miracle is a Christmas themed pop-up cocktail bar that serves holiday cocktails in a festive setting. With kitschy holiday decor, professionally developed cocktails, and the nostalgic energy of the best office party you've ever been to, Miracle is sure to get even the grouchiest Grinch in the holiday spirit. This year there's going to be 2 locations, and the way that you can go there is you need to make a reservation at either this email address or this email address. So you can email them. I'm also going to put those email addresses below. It's awesome. The cocktails are super festive. So if you're into like festive cocktails in a Christmas setting, then you must go to the Miracle Pop-Ups because it's literally only around during the holiday season. If you love seeing houses decorated with spectacular holiday lights, then go to Dyer Heights. Dyer Heights will be doing their holiday lights display. This is a neighborhood in Brooklyn that all of the houses in the neighborhood participate in having like these incredible Christmas display lights. You will see things that I didn't even know like were an option. Some people have full-size Santas, like they'll have Jack in the Boxes, it's like you are in the Nutcracker. You know that scene in the Nutcracker where the main character gets shrunk down and she's underneath the Christmas tree and all the presents are like the full size of her? That's what Dyer Heights is like. So this neighborhood, you can walk around it. It normally takes like an hour just to walk around the area. It's really photogenic, so you're gonna want to take photos. A lot of the houses blast Christmas carols. You can actually, if you have a car, I do recommend just driving around the area in a car. It's probably a bit more comfortable temperature-wise because it can get a little cold during Christmas. Most of the light displays go up after Thanksgiving and go through the week after Christmas, so that's really the time to see it. And you should wait until dusk and then go no later than 9 p.m. because remember, this is a residential neighborhood and people do want to sleep, so a lot of them start turning off lights and music around 9 p.m. just to kind of like go to bed. There's a few ways to get there. Car is recommended, but they also have public transportation options as well. And guess what? It is free, which is the best way to do everything. Am I right? Yes. Another COVID-friendly holiday activity that you can do for 2020 is see the Fifth Avenue window displays. There are several locations that are ideal to see these window displays: Saks, Fifth Avenue, Bloomingdale's, Bergdorf Goodman, and Louis Vuitton, in my opinion, have the best window displays. The window displays are normally really festively designed. There's normally music associated with it. Saks Fifth Avenue has like a whole like castle that they put on the side of the building, which is really pretty, and they do shows every couple of minutes where they light up the entire building and the castle lights like get all sparkly and beautiful. What's different this year versus other years is instead of doing all of the window displays at once, they're actually going to be lighting them from November 23rd to December 23rd, and they're doing a different window display each day, like advent calendar style, where they're gonna have a host, or like, which is normally gonna be a celebrity or someone really important to New York, that will press a button and then that window display will light up that day. So that's how they're controlling the crowds this year. The sidewalks will be closed so that it will control the crowds further, but you can still see the window displays, and it's just a lovely thing to do, especially if you're going to go to Rockefeller Center to see the tree and ice skate, because they're right next to each other. The theme this year is "This is how we celebrate," and it's meant to be a sort of exploration of the diversity of America and the diversity of the ways that various communities still celebrate the holiday. The windows of Fifth Avenue's flagship will still be centered on New York City, but it will be focused on different neighborhoods and people that represent the diversity that makes New York City so phenomenal. Sadly, we've gotten to the part of the video where I'm talking about things that are unfortunately not happening this year because of COVID-19. There are two things in particular that I really love that are not happening this year. The first one is Rolf's German restaurant. Rolf's has the best inside display of a restaurant in the entire city. They cover their ceilings with Christmas ornaments, and it just looks like you're inside of a Christmas tree. They are closed this year, but they will be reopening next year. The other thing is the Radio City Christmas Spectacular starring the Rockettes. Because of COVID, Broadway's closed, theaters closed, so unfortunately they won't be able to do their show this year, but they are selling tickets for 2021. So the good news is, though these two things are closed in 2020, they hopefully will be open again in 2021, because honestly, if we all have to go through this again in 2021, I don't know what I'll do with myself. Let's hope that this is the only time we'll have to go through something like this and that COVID goes away very soon so we can all go back to enjoying life without this many concerns. So I hope that this guide gave you some insight on all of the things that you can do this year, and that way you have a fun and safe holiday season while still keeping in mind that COVID is unfortunately still here, but you can still do fun things. So enjoy the holiday season. So that is what's going on in New York City this holiday season. Will you be doing any of these festive things? Comment below in the comments and let me know which ones you're going to be doing. Now, if you want to know more cool things to do in New York City, then check out the rest of my New York guides. I have over 60 videos on cool things to do in New York. And that's pretty much it, you guys. If you like this video, please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram or on TikTok at Sarah Funky, and I will see you next time. Bye.